Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. Global oil prices have jumped again, with Brent crude surpassing $115 per barrel as conflict in the Middle East escalated. Bloomberg reported Monday that in early Asian trading, Brent climbed 2.2% from the previous session to trade in the $115 per barrel range. U.S. West Texas Intermediate also rose, staying just above $100 per barrel. Meanwhile, futures for the three major U.S. indexes slipped, down about 0.5%. This follows an attack on Israel by the Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen on Saturday, marking their first direct involvement since the conflict began. Fears are growing that tensions could spread to the Red Sea, a key route for over 10% of global oil shipments. As the conflict in the Middle East continues, Prime Minister Kim Min-seok says preventing disruptions to the supply of everyday essentials will be one of the government's top priorities. Speaking at the first Emergency Economic Headquarters meeting on Sunday, Kim instructed relevant ministries to closely monitor supply conditions and come up with response measures. Concerns are rising over possible supply shortages of goods made from naphtha, such as plastic bags, as the closure of the Strait of Hormuz continues to hamper energy and raw material flows. To secure domestic supply, the government has already imposed a 5-month ban on naphtha exports. Millions of Americans took to the streets on Saturday in so-called No Kings rallies. More than 3,200 anti-Trump demonstrations were held, with protests in all 50 states. The protesters criticized Trump's deportation crackdowns, the war with Iran, and what they called a dangerous drift toward authoritarianism. In New York, tens of thousands packed more than 10 city blocks in Midtown Manhattan. In Dallas, clashes with counter-protesters led to arrests. In Los Angeles, federal authorities deployed tear gas after crowds surrounded a federal building. A poll by Reuters and Ipsos suggests Trump's approval rating has fallen to 36%, the lowest since Trump's return to the White House. On the cultural front, BTS has secured the band's 7th #1 debut on the U.S. Billboard 200 with its latest album, Arirang. According to Billboard on Sunday, their first full group release in 3 years and 9 months debuted at the top of the charts for the week of April 4th. The Billboard 200 ranks the most popular albums in the U.S. based on combined metrics including physical sales, streaming, and track equivalent units. The milestone further extends BTS's record with 7 #1 debuts. Arirang also topped the UK's official albums chart top 100, while its lead single Swim debuted at number 2 on the official singles chart top 100. 7 out of 10 foreigners have a favorable view toward Hallyu, or the Korean wave. According to the 2026 Overseas Hallyu Survey released Monday by the Culture Ministry, around 70% of respondents expressed positive views of Korean cultural content. More than 27,000 people across 30 countries were surveyed. The Philippines, India, and Indonesia ranked highest in overall favorability, while K-content's popularity also rose sharply in Western countries including the UK and Spain. When asked what comes to mind about Korea, K-pop ranked first for the 9th consecutive year, followed by Korean food and dramas. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.